All right, here we go. Tigers, Friday, the 17th. I apologize for this going up a little bit late, but had some technical difficulties. Move this a little bit closer. Okay, no review on anything today in the podcast, but income elasticity demand. So what this does is it shows how sensitive something is to a change in income. So it also identifies if goods are normal or inferior. So how do you calculate income elasticity demand? So I'll put that over here. IED, okay, equals, okay, percentage change in quantity over percentage change in income. Okay, so for this problem right here, if your income goes up 20% and the quantity decreases 15, just like cross price, okay, we have to worry about positive and negative, okay, here. So negative 15 over 20 is negative 0.75, okay? So why is that relevant? Well, negative 0.75 tells us that the good is inferior, and that should make a little bit of sense to you at that point. People are making more money and they're buying less of something. Remember, we said the normal rule is if people make more money, they buy more of something. That's a normal good. If people make more money and they buy less of something, then it's an inferior good. So if the coefficient of income elasticity is negative, it's an inverse relationship. It tells us that, guys, that the good is inferior. Okay? If it's positive, then it's telling us that it's a normal good. Okay? So for instance, down here, if income falls by 10, let's do it over here, right? If income falls by 10, right, and quantity falls by 20, then negative over negative becomes a positive, right? 10 over 20 tells us, what is it? It's 0.5, right? So it's telling us those issues going forward. This is really important, guys, because it lets producers know what kind of goods would be very income inelastic. That is, if there's an increase or decrease in income, it's not changing what people are buying. Okay, so especially those goods that we talked about before that are very inelastic. So like, and a great example of this, guys, would be diapers. No matter what, if you have a small child at home, you need diapers. Okay, so right here, if income falls by 10% and quantity falls by 1%, okay, negative 1. I don't know why that font just changed. Oh, I'm so mad that the font just changed. Okay, let's try up here. Negative 1 over, I'll change it. Negative 10, right? I'm so mad that changed. Okay, that becomes a positive. 1 over 10 is 0.1. Okay, so that's very inelastic, right? Because remember, anything less than 1 is very inelastic, right? So the most important thing that we come through, guys, is this sign. Positive things are normal, negative are inferior. So let's do 2 practice problems, and that's basically what you need to know here going forward. Okay. Disposable incomes rise by 5%, check, and the income elasticity demand is known to be 0.5. What change of quantity would we want to see? Okay, this is real simple then, right? So if I bring my little formula up here, right, X, right, over, disposable incomes rise by 5%, 5, okay, equals 0.5, okay? Do some cross price, right, bring the 5 over, 5 times 0.5, X, ooh, son of a gun, X equals 2.5. Okay, and that should be pretty straightforward to you to see. It's a normal good, and it's probably pretty inelastic. I'm sorry, pretty elastic. Oh, no, my bad. It's very inelastic because it's 0.5, right? Makes sense, okay? So if disposable incomes rise by 2%, okay, and the income elasticity is 1.5, okay, same problem, right? X over 2, okay, they're all rising, right? Equals 1.5, same thing. Multiply the 2 over, X equals 3. So guys, it's basically a reading thing, not real hard here. But now you should know price elasticity demand, cross price elasticity demand, and income elasticity demand. Okay? If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great weekend. We'll see you in office hours. Go Tigers.